You'd rather leave now than have security come and escort you out.
Just a car nearby. As soon as I got to the van, the car drove away.
Who is this Marx Frost?
He's an NDR operative. The body was found on Kurzgasse. That's just steps from the boulevard.
Maybe Gustav was right. Maybe I do bring bad luck wherever I go.
What are you talking about?
Her name is Susie. I interviewed her for the article I'm writing.
Did she share anything that could have got her killed?
No, but someone might have assumed she did.
A single bullet wound to the chest.
Time of death?
Roughly the same time as Petrus Kremer. Maybe a bit earlier.
That estimate doesn't make sense.
Why not?
Our interview was just after we'd investigated the scene of Petrus's murder. She looked perfectly alive, I can tell you that much.
Are you sure this is the same woman?
Yes.
Dirk will be able to pin it down. Until then, we should look around. Maybe my estimate's off. Air temperature and humidity can mess with these things. There must be something here that connects the murders.
We can't know that for sure yet. Let's be guided by the evidence. Great! I found a cartridge case. No gun. But I found a cartridge case. Petrus Kremer had a gun, right?
Sorry I'm late. Give me the cartridge case, would you? I'll run an analysis and let you know if it was fired from Petrus's gun.
That's strange.
What?
Her ID reads Mitzi Viget.
She already had a different name that she went by professionally. Why have another one?
She could have been up to something illegal. I'll check whether the document was forged.
Anything else that seems odd about the passport?
She appears to have a husband. She might have been hiding her money-making methods from him. Maybe he found out and things got out of control.
I wonder where the owner of this apartment is.
What do you mean?
There are lots of items here suggesting a single man lived here for a while. Worn-out men's trousers, shoes, and these dirty things. So vulgar.
As I recall, the apartment belonged to Marie Paget, and she had no heirs. Looks like some crook took advantage of the situation. Anna, you have to see this.
The rope was cut. Someone was tied up here. Also this candle. It's been used, but there's no sign of any wax around. That means... Dirk, I've got a fingerprint.
Thanks, I'll take care of it.
This case is more complex than I originally thought. We should return to the back street.
Are we looking for anything in particular?
The candle is what's bothering me right now.
I'm not sure I quite understand how it's connected, but let's do one more search.
Great! I found a candlestick. There it is. Give it to Dirk to check for fingerprints and traces of blood.
A candlestick?
Yes. I think the detective was hit by it.
How did you know it would be here?
There was a candle on the floor in the room. It had been used, but I couldn't see any candle wax on the table. Maybe Dirk will find traces of blood on it too.
Right. I'll give it to him. We should visit Mitzi's place. Find out why she introduced herself as Susie.
Good idea. Let's go.
Hello? This is the police. Can we come in?
It's open! Good afternoon, officer. How may I help?
How? My God. You look just like her.
Anna, what's going on?
Do you know Mitzi Viget?
Yes, she's my twin sister. Anna, please don't tell Lulu. She thinks I'm leaving here alone.
I'm afraid it doesn't matter now. I have some bad news.
No.
Mitzi was killed. We're trying to figure out what happened.
What? I had a feeling this was about her. We've always had this special bond, but recently we drifted apart. We were...
I am sorry for your loss. I personally promise you we'll get to the bottom of this. We're building a timeline. Could I ask where you were yesterday between 12 and 2 p.m.?
Anna must have told you what I do for a living. I was with a client at the time.
Do you happen to know the client's name?
I'm afraid not. Most clients don't share their names.
What about your sister? Was she working at the time?
She did have a regular client. They would meet at 12 p.m. 2 or 3 times a week. Whenever I asked about the man, she dodged the question. She seemed almost scared. She didn't say much about him, but I'm guessing he was dangerous.
Do you have any details that might help us track him down?
I'm sorry, I've told you literally everything I know about the man.
Mitzi was married. Could you tell us about her husband?
Johann Stumpf. He was a miner. He worked at Riedhof. They lived together in a village. It was built near the mine to house the miners. The site was shut down in the 1920s. After that, he got a job as a locomotive fireman on the Bern-Zurich train. They couldn't afford an apartment in Zurich. That's why he was living in that little village. After every trip, he would stay here with Mitzi. Check her belongings for a notepad. It should have his other address in it.
Great! I found a notepad. This must be the notepad Susie was talking about. Let's see. Found it. Johann, to Birkenhof, Eugstetal.
I'll have some officers take him into custody, assuming he hasn't fled.
We should talk to his employers at the train station. They might know where to find him.
Good idea. We'll also check if his work schedule lines up with the murders.
Here, have a little water. It's going to be all right.
Thank you, Anna.
I'll skim the notepad as well. There might be something about the mystery client.
Good thinking.
We'll find out who's behind this crime, Susie.
We're grateful for your time. Stay strong.
Do you believe her?
I don't think she's being completely honest with us.
Finding Johann is key to the investigation. The black fingerprint. There is a good chance it's his, given that he shovels coal for a living.
Johann also hasn't reported that his wife is missing. Either way, the man has a lot of explaining to do. I've got an article due soon. I'll get back to you as soon as I'm done with it.
Of course.
I'd better hammer out the article before Sven starts breathing down my neck. All right, the text's ready. Now for the photos. Which one would be better? Splendid. Sven should be pleased.
Anna, come in. I was all set to publish another article instead.
Excuse the slight delay. I've had a lot of investigative work lately.
Don't forget which type of work it is that pays the bills. Let's see that article. Uh-huh. Yes? I don't understand. It's not finished.
I've stretched the information I had as much as I could.
I don't think it's enough.
We can't just make stories up. We've got standards to uphold.
There must be something you could add.
I could shoehorn some fiction into it. Do you prefer werewolves or killer bees?
Very funny, Anna. I let you have your way with the Oscar Havel case. And now, those bastards from Reignassa are reaping all the benefits.
Sven, please, don't start. I will never write a word about Oscar. And if you have a problem with that, you might as well fire me.
Don't overreact. I'm just telling you that we need to make a splash. Whether it's Oscar or something else, I don't care. That reminds me. How is the prostitution article coming along?
It's coming. I've already conducted an interview for it. I'll need to find more sources before it's ready to publish, though.
Don't be too long over it. We're already losing market share to those rats at the Ragnasa. By the way, do you happen to know why Hilda seems so wound up lately?
No. Maybe she's found herself a boyfriend.
You think? Can you find out?
I'm sure she'd appreciate it if you asked her that yourself. I'll leave that one to you. Good night, Sven. With all due respect, Miss Knief, it's in your own best interests to cooperate.
I've never seen anyone like her. A strange Goliath of a woman.
A woman?
One of the fingerprints from the scene belongs to Susie Viggett. She's already in custody. I'm going to talk to her right now.